Hello to all my beautiful nerds and welcome back to the YouTube portion of Nerdy Chic Universe from Traveling the Vast Universe. I am back with a new video for you today, and it deals with two palettes. If you remember years ago, I did a series where I did looks using each of the Too Faced chocolate bar palettes, and well, I got another palette and I decided to do something different to make it more interesting. So, where is it? There's one, and there's the other. I am going to be comparing the iHeart Revolution or Makeup Revolution or Revolution Cosmetics chocolate gold bar with the Too Faced chocolate bar, golden chocolate bar palette. Well, the thing is, during 21 Days of Beauty, they did a sale on the Too Faced chocolate gold bar palette, and I was sick at the time with my bronchospasm, aka borderline bronchitis. And the day that I first stayed home, the first day I stayed home due to being sick, they were doing the Too Faced golden chocolate bar, and when I did a search, they brought up this one. So I'm like, maybe I should do something different for the Too Faced one, where I do one eye with one and the other eye with the other one. Don't worry, I bought these with my own money. And also, if you like more videos where I compare two different palettes, as in the dupe versus the real, just subscribe down below and hit that notification bell so you could get the latest videos from our convention goings, which we still have not posted the last few videos from Holiday Matsuri. I'm trying to get on Gondress for that, and our interviews from Omni Fandom Expo with Tia Ballard, Sawa, and Nobu. So we're trying to get those up and try to complete those convention stuff, because we definitely want to go back to Ranger Stop in November, which, as you can tell, I had a blast. Gondress hasn't gone, so this year we're hoping to get him to go, because he should go, because it was a major blast. So anyways, let's get into this one, because I know it's going to take a bit between each eye, because I wrote down everything and transferred it to my Chromebook, since I do have my little Braille Sense Polaris with docs, so I transferred the file over. So, wakey wakey, eggs and bakey. So for the left eye, I am going to be using the iHeart Revolution palette. So, where's my brushes? There they are. So, yes, for the left eye, I am going to be using this palette. So, I am going into the first shade I'm going into is, of course, chocolatey. When I came up with looks for these two palettes, the shades were very different from each other, and I had a hard time figuring out what kind of eye look should I create with both, because they had a completely different color scheme from each other. Because this one is more shimmery, the other one is more matte. because when I got the Too Faced one, it said gold matte, gold metallic matte palette. And the next shade I'm going into is called Wrapper, like chocolate wrapper. And this palette does have a bit of a distinct chocolate smell. And of course, it's kind of faint from the Too Faced counterpart, because once, as you know, when you open up the Too Faced ones, it hits you with the chocolate smell. Well, any chocolate product from Too Faced, because I also got the chocolate gold bronzer and the milk chocolate bronzer during 21 days, which I will mention in the WordPress post, because I have never tried their bronzers. As I said, I haven't completely canceled Too Faced out. And it doesn't help that they release chocolate items. And I am a chocolate lover. Don't get me wrong. I can't help it. I do love chocolate. Even the Too Faced chocolate bar palettes. Now I'm craving some. Because ever since I moved to Daytona Beach, I am admitting I usually have a chocolate container. And ever since I moved, and my stresses had not gotten to me as much when I was living back in Orlando. Especially the stresses of finding a job. Well, you see, it has not hit me as badly, and I barely touched my chocolate container, which is a miracle. So next, I'm going into Bar for my crease, which is in row 2, shade 4. Yeah, these chocolate bar palettes are pretty much in the same format, but they had different names for each other. Because I even had the chocolate mint bar palette from Makeup Revolution, because Vivi did get the palette and told me that it is pretty good. So when Ulta did like a sale during Christmas and I was bored during a holiday matsuri in the room, I did not want to leave the room after my cane broke. If you have not seen that story video, what the heck am I doing? I am going in the other eye. Ah, crap, this is meant for... Hold on. Let me put a little bit more Painterly paint pot. I'm sorry, guys. I completely forgot while I was talking. Bad Marty. Bad Kitty. But anyways, I did not want to leave the hotel room after what had happened with my cane. If you had not seen that story time video, I suggest go and watch it for the story itself. But as I said, so they did like, spend this much and we'll give you this free thing. And so I did. I got the chocolate mint palette from Makeup Revolution as my products. And it does have a faint smell of minty chocolate with that one as well. But okay, next I'm going into what was it?
Ribbon R1S2.
Ribbon.
Right Too Faced Golden Chocolate.
So I'm going into Ribbon. I realize with this palette is not bad with pigment. Oh, what are you doing, Mari? I caught myself. Okay. Phew. That was a close call. With this palette, and same with Too Faced ones, there are some shades that are longer than others because some chocolate pieces of chocolate do have longer little squares. I mean, especially in those fancy Russell Stovers or Whitman's chocolate boxes. And they kind of do that with some of the shades in this one because usually I remember with certain shades in the Too Faced ones, they're like in the third one in the top row, last one in the bottom row. This one started off with the first one being longer than the other shades. So next, since I did the left eye, now it's the right eye's turn. Just making sure.
Tab, 1 of 3.
Ah! No, I did not want that.
Tasks tab, 3 of 3.
Hold on.
2. Tooltip, exited complimentary. Document content, text area. New line. Lid, Roland and Doar 3S5. New line. Lid, Roland and Doar 3S5.
Okay, first with the lid shade, I am going in with Roland with Dough. Oh, I smell the chocolates. Great. Now I have Baby Metals give me chocolate in my head. Because I know one of my friends is going to probably watch this video and he would know which song I'm talking about. Because he's into Baby Metal. Yeah, that's how Sleep got into it. Okay. Going to my right eye with the lid. Yeah, because with the Revolution one, as I said, the chocolate scent does not hit me at first. When at the Too Faced one, that's when it hits. Okay, going. This is Roland Dough. Ooh, yeah. You gotta be kidding me, which one brushes fell. I need to rearrange my vanity because some mornings I end up knocking. Okay, that was weird. Heard like a weird sound outside. Might be one of my neighbors. But anyways.
Refiner, Gold Dip R3S2. Lid, Roland, Refiner, Gold Dip R3S2.
Gold Dip Bar would be the next.
Refiner, Gold Dip R3S2.
Would be Gold Dip. Yeah, Gold Dip would be the next shade I would be using. But as I said, there are times when things fall off my vanity, including my perfume bottles. And I do, and one of my, yeah, I think it was one of my, yeah, it was my Lush for my work makeup bag. Yeah, I have actually one of them. Two of the one is for like make backup products. The other one is for stuff I would be using on a regular basis, but I may have to switch that up at some point to make it easier on myself. Okay, what happened to it? Which where's my blending brush? Oh well, I'll use a different one after I'm done.
Freaks Gold Money R2SB.
Okay, next is gold money. Yep, I'm hearing pretty much the guitar solo of Gimme Chocolate. If I would use this for the song, but knowing I would be copyrighted for it. I mean, seriously, all the Idol Fest videos I have up here on YouTube have been copied.
Money R2S 3LPS use 3L Freaks Gold Brow. New Money R2S 3LPS use 3LPS Idol Golden Egg. Golden Egg. Freaks Gold Brow. New Money R2S 3LPS.
And finally, new money for the brow. I think it's hard. Yeah. Road to S3. And I even explained to Holiday Matsuri, hey, if you're... Aw, man. Crap. I can't believe I did that. I put on both brow bones. Oh well. I haven't gotten much sleep last night because after dinner I did not feel good and did not get much sleep. I had a bit of a stomach issue. I'll try not to eat so much again. Okay, I'll blend with this brush. My bad. So, anyways, I even told the Holiday Matsuri press guys, warning, like, make sure that nobody records anything during Idol Fest because it would be copyright claimed. I bet they didn't read that message. Unfortunately, if they did, it said, hey, we get it. They're recording during Idol Fest. If anybody did record during Idol Fest and got copyright claimed, I'd try warning. I could have done it on the board, but I was like, I already had some guy get on my case for my brilliant idea of having town criers. But to tell you the truth, if I was able to say hey to people during the Google Hangouts, a little warning about Idolfest. If you record it, you're gonna be copyright claimed. I'm hoping whoever was at Idolfest did not have to go through that. If you did, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Because during certain events, they do say no recording. Because during the Marvel musical thing, during Omni Expo, Omni Fandom Expo, sorry, I have to make sure I say that. They say no recording, and that's a good thing that they said something before the event saying, hey, there's no recording. They even had Joe Jameson going around saying there's no recording, which was amazing. I mostly took notes for review purposes, of course, but we did not record it, so unfortunately you're not going to see the recording of that. I'm sorry, guys. It's not in my control. It's their control. And I understand if it's copyrighted material. And speaking of Marvel, yes, we've seen the Avengers Endgame yesterday while being out, because I was going to the NFB chapter meeting here in town, and because since I moved, I had to leave the Central Florida chapter, unfortunately. So now I'm gonna be joining Greater Daytona. Went to see how the Greater Daytona chapter ran, and to tell you the truth, I like it a lot. So I'm gonna be joining them next month, or if I get the cash to do so. I need to find out how much it costs, because some chapters do different pricing. With the eyeliner, sorry I mentioned that, I did use Golden Egg by Ulta. And for mascara, I'm using Too Faced Better Than Sex that I got in BoxyCharm back in February. I know I say the minis are Flake City on me, but the full size is not as Flake City. It's not that bad, which is a good thing. They say Lash Paradise is a pretty good dupe to this, but Lash Paradise didn't do much for my lashes, unfortunately. Unlike this one, it does more for my lashes. I think my lashes are just that picky with mascara, or the formulas don't always work like they're supposed to. Because, for instance, I am still mad at L'Oreal for discontinuing my favorite Miss Manga mascara, which I wish they didn't. That is like my favorite one of all their mascaras, because I use it for cosplay, and sometimes I use it out of cosplay, and it just makes my lashes feel so good. But when I tried out Female Noir, which is supposed to be the replacement for the Miss Manga, it did nothing for my lashes. Nothing at all. I'm like, Okay, they say this is supposed to replace the Miss Malaga? No. I didn't feel anything on my lashes. It felt like nothing was on my lashes at all. The Colossal Cat Eye by Maybelline does more for my lashes, but not that one. I'm sorry, L'Oreal. It's just that. Please bring it back. Please bring this Miss Manga back. So, anyways, back to the makeup look. And when I was talking about Avengers Endgame, it was good. It did pull us at our heartstrings at the end. Pretty badly. I mean, it did not help with the audio description, like giving me play by play, especially at the end, and I'm like, this is a good movie. If you had not seen it or Infinity War, first see Infinity War on Netflix if you can, or wait, or is it Hulu? I don't know. But find a way of watching Infinity War first, then watch Endgame. You won't be disappointed. I mean, there's a lot more other Marvel movies from what I'm hearing that they're bringing out. I know there's going to be a sequel to Black Panther, which I'm excited about that one. Guardians 3, I'm really excited because, of course, they brought back James Gunn. Yeah, James Gunn to do Guardians 3 because he did such a good job on Volume 1 and 2. Yeah, a lot of things did happen in the past, but come on. If you push past what he says, he did a good job in what he did on those movies. And apparently he's going to be on the staff for Suicide Squad 2. And I'm hoping he brings a better movie with that. I'm sorry, I did not see the first one, and I heard how bad it was. I'm sorry, I can't get over the fact what they did with the Harley Quinn. I am a major Harley Quinn fan. And I can't believe it won Best Makeup at the Oscars when Star Trek should have gotten it instead, because the reason why I'm into Star Trek is because of the makeup effects that they've done for many, many years, especially for all the different creatures that they brought on. I mean, for Spock's makeup, for all the different aliens. I mean, when they brought Star Trek Continues, when Vic Mignogna, sorry if I'm bringing up his name for anybody. If you haven't heard the news, I would say go online and read about it. I don't want to mention it here. I know I'm a blog and everything, but I'm trying not to get involved in that situation with them. But still, back to what I was saying. When Vic, Todd Havercorn, Chuck Huber, and all those guys brought us Star Trek Continues, the makeup was also done very well on that. I mean, even you did not recognize John Delancey later on in the series, because he appears in one of the episodes as an alien. and he does very well, to tell you the truth. I mean, from Q to Discord to that, oh man. They did a really good job with him on that. I mean, that's all thanks to that and many other things. It got me into knowing about different special effects makeup and able to do my own when I first did Runa, aka my Catgirl character for the Naruto stuff. I basically had leopard felt to make it look like I was transformed into a leopard girl. Oh boy. But still, should have won Best Makeup Effects. Sorry. I mean, for Star Trek, but not Suicide Squad 1. I'm hoping whatever James Gunn is going to do with that one, it has to be better than the first. And I do not like, to be honest, even though I'm a fan of Panic at the Disco, I do not like their rendition of Bohemian Rhapsody. I'm doing my foundation, as y'all know. I wear the Buff Biskin in the Photo Focus foundation line from Wet n Wild. And I only put on my light concealer because Andres has a point. With most of my makeup stuff, it does take up most of my time, even when I get ready for work. So cut out color correcting. And so far, so good. And it works out because I get all my makeup done within a recent time before I have to get picked up and ready to go. Because I admit, I did take my breakfast with me to work, and oh man, I took my maple sausage patties with me, and they were like, "What is that smell?" I'm like, "Sorry for the maple sausage patties." And they're like, "That's what the smell was. It was maple syrup." Or faux maple syrup smell. Because sometimes they don't always put actual maple syrup in their stuff. But anyways. Well, I am not the only one who has done that in the past, because some people did it too when there are microwaves, so what do you expect? And it felt good to have a Panera bagel after so long, because I decided I was bored with the Thomas bagels, so I got Panera bagels for myself, and I completely enjoyed it. But back to the entire Marvel movies thing. I'm excited with what they're going to bring out. And since now what they did with Endgame, it's going to be interesting what they're going to bring on for next Avengers movie. If they're going to do another Avengers movie or another Ant-Man movie, since there has to be another Ant-Man movie. I heard they're supposed to do a Namor movie, because they did, what was it, Aquaman versus Namor, And to tell you the truth, hearing Todd Havercorn as Namor, that was amazing. In that death battle. And whoever they picked to be that character is going to be interesting. Because I know they picked Jason Momoa to be Aquaman in the live action movies for any Game of Thrones fans. Khal Drogo. And he was also in... Crap. There was a series that Gondress knows him from. He's also going to be at MegaCon this year. Unfortunately, we're not going to be doing press for Mega ever again. Even though, yeah, we brought you really good videos, but we did have issues with their interview policy, which they wouldn't allow interviews with any famous people. If we did do MegaCon this year, oh, we would so interview Jason Momoa. Or guys, because that would be an awesome interview. Trust me, I was upset that we couldn't interview Stan Lee, of all people. Even though, rest in peace, Stan Lee. Because that would have been that would have been amazing. Even though our videos from his panel aren't getting that many views. Guys, please watch. We appreciate you guys clicking on our videos and we brought you that awesome panel. And Stan Lee, you can't see him ever again at another convention. But anyways, we'd so interview Jason Momoa if we did. I know I would probably have the cash in my account to get autographed my Game of Thrones palette. Yeah, I have the Game of Thrones Urban Decay palette, but I'm waiting to see if I could get my paws on the Dragon Mother palette, because I want to try out the highlighters from Urban Decay, see what they're like. Excuse me. And I love the dragons from the Game of Thrones books that Daenerys does end up with. Okay, I'm going to be using the Cover FX palette that... Oh. No, that's blush. I mean, that's not bronzer. This is bronzer. So, I'm using the Cover effects palette that I got in BoxyCharm. That I got in last month's box. Yeah, it was last month's box, when it took almost an entire month to get in the mail. If you're wondering, no, I'm not getting the skincare box. I tried products from Glam Glow as samples from Sephora, and they kind of made my face itch. It was a moisturizing mask and I think plain old moisturizer. They made my face itch. So I'm not bothering with Glam Glow. And now going into blush. But they are probably going to be putting in a Glam Glow product in the regular May box next month, since the skincare box, they pushed it for May due to all the problems with March's box, and they didn't want to say, hey, you could order the skincare box now in March and we'll send it out in April. No, they pushed the ordering back to this month, and then sending it out in May alongside the regular boxes for May. But I'm hoping I don't get the Glam Glow product. I am hoping not. Because it... Oh, I forgot I should have used the powders in this palette. Oops. Oh well. But now for highlighting. I guess force of habit, guys. Force of habit. And I'm gonna be using mixing the two highlighters in this palette. What I think about this palette so far, if you're wondering, it's a pretty good palette from what I'm trying so far from Cover FX. Yes, they're a little bit pricey when it comes to makeup, but I don't mind getting them in BoxyCharm because it lets me try them out without paying the exuberant amounts that Cover FX sells. Yes, I know their highlighting drops are big, but they don't excite me to buy. I mean, you could get the custom drops from NYX Cosmetics, actually, which they have their own foundation drops themselves. Now my brushes smell like chocolates. I feel like I'm singing that. They tried to kill me with the forklift. If you remember MST3K, there you go. Because in the latest episode of Nash and Tara, someone made a reference to that. Okay. Next, I am using my Wet n Wild setting spray. This is my second bottle. I know I have to buy another bottle soon. May have to wait until I get my April paycheck. Because in April, May, I am waiting on my tax refund. Because for one thing I am gonna do is upgrade my iPad. Another thing I'm probably gonna do before getting the one is getting myself a MacBook Air, because I need to learn more about the different assistive tech. I mean, all the different tech that's accessible for the blind. And yes, I'll be talking about it on Blind Tech Quadrant. I am really behind on that. For the next one, I'm planning on doing is low tech items that would help out the blind a lot, as much as high tech, or high tech stuff. I'm using a Kokie lip product. I got a set of 6 lip products from Kokie Cosmetics through Ipsy, because, you know, Ipsy offers. Right now, they're not copying, repeating 2 of the stuff that they sold before, the Luxie Detailed Rose Gold face brush set and the IB Beauty Essentials set that come in this little pouch that I've been using for all my brushes. I'm sorry, but I already got those items, and some of the other items aren't exciting as much. The last thing I did get was another cat headband, but it did come with some sheet masks. I am into sheet masks still. So that's about it. Well, guys, that completes the look. Which side looks better? I know I accidentally put one of the Golden Bar palette from Too Faced on my brow by accident. But, of course, this is Revolution. This one is Too Faced. It's hard for me to say which one I like better because, of course, Too Faced shadows are really blendable. They're very pigmented. I mean, the chocolate ones still smell like chocolate as forever. Well, the Makeup Revolution, to me, they they have a really faint chocolate smell in the chocolate bar. It doesn't punch me in the face like Too Faced does, but to me, having more of a matte type palette for the Too Faced Golden Bar is not bad of an idea. You can mix with the Golden Bar palette from Makeup Revolution, in my opinion, if you want more shimmery metallics versus the just doing an all metallic matte type look. Because I remembered they were doing, like, I remembered it was KVD, sorry to mention her, but to some people who have a sore spot, did her own metallic matte palette, but it was like one part metallics, one part mattes. I almost got that palette, but to me, an all-inclusive just metallic matte palette worked out for Too Faced in the end. And I don't know, it's hard to say how do you like each shadow's blend on each of my eyes. I like how they both blended pretty well, but to me, Too Faced kind of blends a little bit more because they've been known for being very blendable for a while until I think it was one of their other palettes that was not as blendable, not as pigmented, because that can be an issue with certain makeup products that if they did so well in the past, why are they doing so bad this time? That's my honest opinion. I'm sorry to Too Faced about that. So yeah, I have not completely canceled them out. Makeup Revolution, they were known for copying a lot of brands of stuff. They do have a lot of different chocolate type palettes out now. They have so many of them. They even have a rose gold, a mint one, besides the gold ones, a naked one, and so much more. When it comes to their chocolate series, I may get the rose gold one because my friend Stellar got one of our other friends the rose gold one, and I should ask her how she liked that palette because that is making me curious, and rose gold is one of my favorite palettes. Here's the thing why I like when it comes to that. It's that Makeup Revolution, or shall I say Revolution, releases variants of the chocolate bars that Too Faced has not touched yet. It would be interesting if they Too Faced actually did their own mint and did their own rose gold. Kind of like what they did with gold. Doing the gold palette first. Because that would be interesting, and I could do a comparison video on both from Makeup Revolution. I do like the mint one from Makeup Revolution, and I've been kind of a bit of a fan of Makeup Revolution for a long time. The last palette that I got was when they put the Flawless series on sale. I got the 32 color palette from them. and that was more recent because I got some skincare products from Formula 1006. Because the good thing is, if you're an hipster like I am, you've probably got their 3 times Sublime product in one of your Ipsy bags in the past. And good thing is, Ulta does sell that brand, and I decided to be a curious little kitty and going into Makeup Revolution's little products, and that's why I kind of picked it up. So again, I've been a fan of their brand for a long time. I even still use the Light and Shade palette as one of my work makeup palettes, which is not a bad palette to tell you the truth. If you can't afford the original Shade and Light, I would say pick up the Light and Shade palette from Makeup Revolution. To tell you the truth, I mean, I don't mind the whole entire copying thing. To tell you the truth, people can't always buy the more expensive versions, and I see a lot of people asking about duplicates on certain boards, like to compare between the original with it. And CoverGirl even made their own chocolate bar palette, but with 8 shades versus doing 16, and that was a really good smelling one too. I have it too. Don't worry, I have that one. Is there anything else I want to say? If you want to comment down below which one you think you like better, do you like the Too Faced Chocolate Gold Bar, or do you like the Makeup Revolution one? Just sound off down below. I gotta get going. I know I gotta use the restroom. And of course, knowing with most makeup stuff, I have a lot of other things I gotta catch up with. On the next one I gotta do is the look to add to the revealed palette series from Coastal Scents, because they released a new one back in February, which is the Revealed Rouge, which is the, if I would say, a mix of Aphrodisiac and the Naked Heat from Urban Decay. I don't have Aphrodisiac yet, but those are, from what I'm looking at, no wait, it's a mix between some of the shades from Naked Heat and Naked Cherry, if they combine those two palettes together. Because I noticed some of the shades from Revealed Rouge kind of feel like the same as Naked Cherry, and a little bit from Naked Heat. But I'll show you what look I came up with that one, because I had to ask Coastal Scents, hey, what are the shades? And they tried giving me what they had on the site. I'm like, that's not helping. Could you do it in a more familiar way that I could copy it down? So I did come up with a look for that, so stay tuned for that one. And of course, I do want to do a look on here with the Urban Decay Game of Thrones palette and the Dragon Mother highlight palette, if I could get it online tomorrow off of Ulta's website. I have a ton of points that I want to use on that one, so hoping I could get my paws on that, because when I bought the eyeshadow palette from Urban Decay, I kind of slept in on the release, so I missed my chance on that. So hoping tomorrow would be a better day, and then I finally get it and show you guys how it's like. I have too many eyeliners in my collection. I don't need any of those. I've been kind of slowing down on buying lipsticks, because I've been getting those in Ipsy and BoxyCharm lately. And even, wait, did I get, yeah, I did get a lip product in Allure, but I did not like it as much. It was the Tarte Quick Dry Lip Paint. I did not like it at all. I wish I got the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lip this past month because I wanted to try that one. Oh well. But what else? Yeah, I think that's about it. So, in the meantime, please subscribe, hit that notification bell so you would know what are some new videos that are coming out, and hope to see you guys in the next one. So, until next time, stay beautiful while traveling the vast universe, everyone. Bye.